Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to MLB The Show. It has been, like usual, a very long time, at least a couple months since the last time I recorded, because with all the new game releases and all the things coming out, I haven't really had a lot of time for myself to just sit down and play a little bit. It just hasn't really fit into my streaming slash recording schedule of playing sports games, so we're back at it for a little bit. I'm not sure how much of it I'm going to record due to the fact that the MLB season is coming closer to an end. We got, a little bit less, like not even a month left, and then post the playoffs and then all that stuff. I have no idea even what's going on in the MLB. I haven't really been keeping up, so I have no idea where or what is happening in the majors or who looks like playoff contenders. I said in an update video, and I know last episode, at least I think I remember I mentioned it, about doing a sports channel and things like that, but I wanted to add something for this video, and give a suggestion. Well, I guess like ask and see what you guys who enjoy watching the MLB The Show series on my channel, what you guys would like to see for the next MLB The Show. I'm more than likely I'm gonna stick with the pitching aspect, but I will probably. I know I said it. I think I said in the early part of the first episode that I was going to make a fielder, and I attempted to. I just got sidetracked and stuff. So, but next MLB The Show, I'll definitely be doing a fielder and a pitcher. I'm just not sure how balanced that will be. There might be more than the other or whatever. I don't know. But my suggestion was, do you guys think that I should start, if I do, because I'm going to probably continue as a pitcher, do you guys just want to see me continue from this on to 19? If they usually still have the feature, you can continue your player from 17 to 18 in this one, so I'm assuming you can do 18, 19. Would you guys be interested in just continuing with this same Tony Click onto it? Because every time we start anew, we're fresh, we're young, we're just barely getting in the MLB. But I know a lot of the draw and a lot of people like is the draft, a new team and things like that. But we never actually get to progress our character to where we can test the free agency because we're there longer and stuff like that. Because I'm assuming that's what's going to happen is it's going to just take my character with all the years of experience, everything, and just put me on the team and things like that. And I'd actually like to see where it goes with us being a more MLB valued player. Maybe continue on with Tony Clitt as the pitcher, continuing from this to 19 whenever 19 ever happens, but start a fresh fielder for when that happens. And we'll do in or out. You guys can decide. Let me know in the comments. If I don't really see anything or there's no specific suggestion, I might go outfielder. I'm not sure yet. I don't know what I'll do yet, but we'll pick something and do a fielder of some sort in the for the next road of the show on top of being a pitcher. Again, I'll reiterate the last time I was talking about a sports channel. This is up to you guys if you think you'd like the idea of it. I still don't know if I'm going to do it, though, but I just would like to hear feedback, I guess, if that would be a good idea, of like a sports channel. So you guys who want to sub for the sports stuff will see the sports stuff and not any of the other content, because some of you guys might not be interested. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I kind of like just keeping it all in one hub. So if there is something that might interest you in the sub box, you guys have it. So I don't know. I might do the sports channel, but I might not. We'll see down the line still. I already got a lot going on of games and other things in my personal life that I don't think I really want to deal with another channel, but I'm not sure because it does sound like a better idea for the people that are into sports that I can just upload sports videos 1 to 2 a day whenever I have them recorded and just have that footage there and upload it more frequently than, because on this channel I have I upload like 20 to 30 videos in a batch. I schedule them all, but sports always takes the lower priority. There might be 1 or 2 on this one this week, maybe the second one like 2 weeks later. I don't know. It's all very sporadic. I don't really think about it too much when I'm scheduling the videos, but sports usually kind of gets the shit end of the stick when it comes to it. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But for now, I hope you guys have been enjoying it. Like I said, I don't know if I'll get through this season, just because things are winding down MLB's actual season on top of just other stuff coming out. Marvel Spider-Man happened. Dragon Quest 11's happened. On top of some other games I still need to finish, some other games I want to play. So MLB is not really on the top of my priority, but I do appreciate the guys that really enjoy watching it, and you guys that support it and find it funny, hilarious, things like that. I try to do my best with it. You know, I'm just being myself. Like, I'm a completely clueless in the real life aspect of baseball, like of what's going on in the league, but I'm a fan at heart of just the general sport of it. So I do enjoy playing it. I do enjoy doing the pitching, even if some people aren't into it and some people rather see the fielding. I do appreciate the people that enjoy the career of Tony Clay and pushing on through as a pitcher. I may or may not have a name set up for the fielder. It might not be as hilarious, but I might just do another Tony clip, but like junior or senior. I don't know. I might just do I might have another completely different name in mind. Um, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But without further ado, I've wasted 5 minutes or so of your time. Let's get into what you guys are here for, which is MLB The Show. I have no idea what happened last time when we played. I think I started off good. I would actually have to just like look. I think I have my last game here. Um, yeah, because this is 320. Yeah, these are the last 3 games. I won. I went. I gave up 7 hits, 4 strikeouts, and a walk, and a no decision. I gave up 2 hits and 8 strikeouts. So we had a really dominant game against Philly, but against St. Louis, we gave up 5 hits, but I struck out 5 and only 2 runs. But that sadly wasn't enough for our offense to score anything. So it's been like a back and forth. We actually have a lot of Hall of Fame potential for a guy who's still very young and barely has done much. I mean, I haven't even been caring about my perk because, like I said, you guys know when I've mentioned this a bunch of times. I don't really like using a ton of like perks. I did it in 18 where it was like the favorable calls and stuff like that, or 17 was it? What year are we on? but but yeah, I just did not. I don't like doing all that. Fucking Mets are top of the fucking National League. Look at that. Remember when they were at the beginning of this baseball season? Freaking National League East, they were the top. They were like what 11-0, and then they really squandered it. That's all about. Like I said, I only know like very. I follow some parts of the Mets, not because like I'm a super fan of them or crazy. It's just because that was the team my father really watched. So it's kind of like those things where I just followed off of what my dad was enjoying. So because I'm like, it was just a team I knew more of the players on when they came and gone or like left. So we'll see. Let's see how we good. His big dog Tony continues on with the Braves.
Hey, in this day and age where we're used to seeing a lot of home runs and pitchers not going very deep in a game, how about this guy? ERA in the low ones. That's
well, I'm glad you think so.
He can strike people out, but he can also get them out via the ground ball, the fly ball.
But sometimes I get fucked up.
This year, he is having a ridiculously good season up to this point.
Well, it just started, so.
The Braves, as they begin play here this afternoon, they do come off a victory their last time out. However, that came on the heels of a streak that watched them lose 7 in a row prior to that.
Hey, thanks, Matty. You know what, D-Row? Nothing you'd like more than to win this one here. They've got a long roadie coming up.
But I was gonna say I don't really like being the guy that jumps team to team. I know some people don't really like the whole team surfing of going through because it's like maybe you should stick with it. I just like changing it up a little. You guys, if you've watched me, know I really like change through and variety and mixing it up. So I can't help myself. Realistically, if I was picked up by a team and I was playing, if I really enjoyed the town, the people, the organization, or the town or the city that we were in, then of course I would just stay. I'm money or no money, I wouldn't care because I would always be the loyal guy of being on that organization, unless I was very unhappy or I didn't like how things were run. But in this one, I guess in a sense, I would think Tony Clip might not like how things are run with the Braves because they kept trying to put him as a relief pitcher, as a closer, try to make him something he doesn't want to be, and even though the young player, you don't really have a whole lot of say in the in that ability, in that category. You don't have a whole lot of weight to your words. But that's why I was like, I didn't like the way this was starting out. The Braves really wanted me to be like, not a starter when I was actually doing really well as a starter, and then I kind of, you know, been back and forth. I've been kind of slumping here and there. Oh, wow. That's where that perk would come in handy. Get a more favorable call. So now we're in real big danger. Oh, and now you give me that call. Jesus. But I do appreciate it. I've seen some of you guys with some comments saying it's hilarious. You guys enjoy it, and I do greatly appreciate it. I do see those. Like I said, I'm just myself having a good time, just playing a sports game. You know, I'm not trying to be like overly dramatic. I try not to make it as unrealistic as I can. I do like trying to keep it as authentic as I can, though sometimes I might not get it down to a T. Because I am like throwing rapidly. If we were really trying to be authentic, I'd be bulking or whatever, balking I think it's called, over and over, because I'm not like letting my guys set before throwing. And that would be, you know, we would be giving up a lot of movement on the base. There we go. That's what we needed. The nasty slider. Well, like I said, that's all up to you guys. If you guys want to just see a fresh Tony clip like I've done already, 17, 18, we started a new guy. Or if you guys would like to see me continue this character so that we can actually progress and one day maybe retire him. As well as eventually test the free agency market because of the years in Major. I'm assuming that's how it works. I've never done it, but I'm assuming we just take the character, the age, and we get to keep going. I don't know if it updates the roster or it takes all of the rosters from this, which would be good and bad, I guess. I don't know. You guys let me know. I want to just, you know, I might not always listen, but I do like to hear the input just so I can kind of generally start going to what people might like. Next guy gets on, and now you're staring the number 4 hole hitter in the face with a runner in scoring position. There's that slider again. Well, out of all the hits and all that mess, we were able to just give up the 1 run, so I'll, of course, take that as a win, even though we gave up a lot of pitches. There's a knuckleball bobbing and weaving right over the outside corner. Had a lot of ups and downs with our character, and I mean, it's somewhat right. He's not like a ridiculously... He's not a pitcher that's just come in and dominated the majors. He dominated Double-A because that's the easiest thing. But we've been very up and down in the majors. We'll have dominant starts, we'll have very shaky starts, and I like that. We're not overly consistent with it right now. We're still developing, even though because we're still kind of young. I think we're still in our 20s. I think I'm very early 20s. I remember, I think in the old MLB, the shows. I don't remember if it was or not. Might be thinking of the old Madden games. You used to be able to just adjust your age. So like, if you wanted to be, oh, there you go. Was that Freeman? But you used to be able to adjust your age, so you could be like a 40-year-old rookie, and it'd be like, and that would be terrible because I think the older you got, your stats would decline faster, which I always like that you can't just play forever. But I do like being able to play as long as I could, because I would definitely drag myself on as long as I could until I just know it's done. And it's fouled away. Fucking be a 50-year-old pitcher, just like I went from an 80, 90 overall in my young age to like a 50. Good range out there by the center fielder. Nice running play to record the second out. Stepping in, J.P. Crawford, runner in scoring position with Sukan. Ooh, a little heat there. Like not used to it there, aren't you? I gotta think he was guessing off speed. Yeah, he was probably thinking that knuckleball pitcher's gonna throw his knuckleball. He didn't throw it. Ooh, nice bare hand. Good job. I don't even know who the fuck's playing third. What is your name? I know you're not. I can tell you're not a real person because you have like kind of the generic facial hair match that I've seen with a lot of characters. He reached on a single in his first try. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. I'm excited though for 19, even though a lot of it's just like minor tweaks and changes and stuff to it. They do a pretty good job changing up to keep the MLB The Show still fresh and interesting. Even though it's not like a 2K game where it's overly storied, and that's fine. I'm still thinking on if I'm gonna get the Knicks 2K 19 or if I'm going to. I may get it, but I don't know. I might not. If anything, I might. I was thinking of getting NHL just for shits and giggles, so we could do a hockey. We haven't done a hockey character. We've done baseball and basketball, and I've done a FIFA demo, but you know that's. I don't feel like soccer would be that entertaining for me. Unless you just want to watch a guy suck and then not understand certain things. Because there's certain aspects of soccer or football that I don't understand. And Madden is just sadly not great. They haven't had a good My Career mode since 2007, I think it was. 2005 or 7. Where you used to run the... I'm going to assume 7. I remember playing it on Xbox 360 at least. You used to do the run. You had to run the thing. You would bench press. Like, this would all help in figuring out how you would be in your draft. Like, it used to actually do stuff. Now they got rid of all that. Well, they half-assed it for a while. And plus, they used to be where you... I don't know if you guys even remember. You used to be able to get an agent and shit. Like, you would get an agent, and you could only do certain things until you got a better agent. Like, I think you could go to, like, tattoo or go to training areas, like, certain areas and stuff. I don't remember how it went, but there was a lot of, like, little in-depth things like that. And eventually things got scrapped. It got more half-assed, and then... Now, their biggest draw is, oh, we're using the Frostbite engine, which is like Battlefield and stuff, so it's like so crazy realistic, and something like, I think that's what they said, like, they're using that new engine, or I think it's the same fucking one, I'm not sure, but, because I don't have a box to read off of, and, now they just got rid of it all for the long shot career thing, where it's literally like, NBA 2K's story, but without a free mode. After, like, once your story is finished with NBA, you can just start playing games and focus your character. All that does, if you're into it, and a lot of people are, all it does is give you the character from my Ultimate Team, and my Ultimate Team's okay, but I'm not a fan. I'm not crazy into it. Like, I like the concept. I'm not a guy who plays online a lot, and I don't know if I know there's solo stuff to do, but, like, I know the biggest draw is to, like, make your team go against other people with their teams and do other things as well. Like, I don't know. I've never been too crazy. Plus, I mean, it doesn't even need a story. I've been playing this, and there's no story. There's just me complaining to my agent that I want to be traded. That's about the biggest story of this game so far.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hit streak going. You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat.
So I don't know. And then, like I said, hockey. I know EA's hockey hasn't been all that great to some people. I was thinking of UFC. We haven't done UFC either, but I don't know if that's even good or not. And I know the ground game can be a bit complicated. I don't know if at least from the second one I saw. But if you learn it, it's not that bad. I think it might be fun, and wrestling, WWE has just been trash. 2K just misses the mark on what they're supposed to fucking do. They're just gonna turn. They already tried turning WWE into its NBA style of like My Park or whatever, where you're running around to do shit. Like, let's go to the store and stuff. Except it was in a smaller scale, and it was just a locker room where you could just do nothing in it right now. Job, Freeman. So it's just, and I know, like, not a lot of people are a fan of wrestling and stuff, but like, I thought it'd be fun to make, because I just like the concept, make a character and go do this stuff. But at the end of the day, right now the best fucking wrestling game to play is the goddamn M. Dickey game that I used to. If you don't know what it is, look on my channel has it. I played it a little bit. It's like a overly ridiculous game, but at least you have some very interesting things go on with your My Career character in that.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they face. It's been
So,
very difficult to rebound and
I don't know.
frankly dominate after getting roughed up a bit.
It's like people love, and I get it, a lot of people love the multiplayer modes and things like that, but I hate that the people that really enjoy the progression and the My Career type game modes have to suffer because they're either focusing, I mean, I get it, graphics are a big deal too, but like, I feel like that the prettier things get, the worse content is, so we get more quality, but not like quality and the beauty, but it's still a, you know, you can only polish a turd so much and it still be a turd. You know, it's not much you can do about it. If you can't fix its core mechanics and things to make it fun, or they take away too much, it's just not great.
1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
I just wish that they would try to make it a little more in depth and interesting. Like I can respect, like I don't like the microtransactions, of course, of 2K. It sucks, and it really kind of sucks if you're doing the my player stuff from on the park doing multiplayer, because somebody could just literally buy their stuff up pretty high and do really good. They can't max out because I think you still have to work to get a specific overall unlocked if it's the same as 2K18. But I like the idea of like, oh, we gotta go to team practice. What do? You get badges, so your badges improve. You have to go to the gym. I wish the gym actually just improved you, not give you turbo. Like, I like those little things. Like, yeah, they're annoying to have to do constantly, but I like doing those little things. Hell, I don't even mind doing what we're doing in this, where you just like, all right, you're going to training. Do you want to improve on? What do you want to improve on? Like football and stuff like that. What you do to lead up to a draft, and basketball. Like, even though the 2K story is overly dramatic, I usually like how they do it for leading up to a draft. I think you don't really have a draft in 2K19. I think it's just build team interest and then get signed onto or pick the one you get because you missed the draft. You don't get drafted in that one. They're going with that kind of story, which, again, you still got to build team interest, and then you only have a limited picks on which ones you want. You don't just get a free range, because that's not fun. The big draw is to get drafted and see what team you get to, whether you like it or not.
Feels like the next team to score is going to win this thing.
But I don't know. That's just me. I just wish that they could make it a little better at times for some of these.
Interested to see what he goes to.
This one skied out toward right. Griffin moves over. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
And but I don't know. It's just like when things getting prettier, a lot of mechanic things get taken out. It just sucks. MLB The Show really has been kind of the same, which is fine. They have definitely improved upon it with little cutscene, little things here and there, but they're not overly making it ridiculous. And it's kept a good smooth. Because I mean, what story can you really tell? Like, you're not already experiencing just through this basic thing. You're a guy who starts out in AA, trying to get somewhere. You got into the prospects, and now you just hope to get drafted and play in the majors. It doesn't need an overly dramatic fucking story where it's the dream. So that ball's gone. And gone. Through that curve, I think it was. And it's it doesn't need an overly dramatic fucking cinematic drama.
That is one tough pill to swallow.
Into the box now, Brad Miller.
I mean, I could get into some of the 2K like drama and funny shit that goes on in it, even though it could be cringy. I just wish that, I guess, choices made a bigger difference. Oh, good, our team actually came back. Yeah, I got the win as well. Sweet. I was gonna say, it wasn't a terrible pitching performance. Gave up a lot of hits, threw a lot of pitches, a walk in there, but we got 3 strikeouts and only gave up 2 runs out of all the fucking hits we gave. I will call that a victory. My poor knuckleball, or my curveball is in the poop. Could it be my manager being like, what's wrong? Velocity. I don't even know if you could, like, remove a pitch in this game, either. I don't even think that's possible. Oh, my velocity bit, because I was told of how hard some people throw a knuckleball, and mine is very fucking soft.
A manager confronts his pitching staff
Yay.
about an unacceptable team statistic.
You guys are sucking out there. You need to pick it up a little. So there's our stats so far. Double A, we were 7-0 with 7 saves out of the bunch of games we played. Great ERA. We've had an okay ERA. Like, the ending of 2020 got a little rough, so our ERA spiked, but for the most part, Triple A and an MLB and splits of those, I had the same ERA for 70 innings pitched as I did as 106 innings. So I think I did all right in the 2020. 2021, we kind of went off the deep end towards the end. Definitely was rough.
What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't
It's a
been
better
real
pitcher than
consistent
that,
with
you know?
game
Come on,
one
you don't
bad
suck,
game.
okay?
I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3
I knew he was going to try to fucking Billy Hamilton. Didn't they used to call him the fastest man in baseball? I don't know if that's still true. Or if it even was.
A lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be
I don't even know if it was him.
if he can turn it around in this one.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Still 1-2.
Don't hit him, please. For the love of God, don't hit him. Ooh, got him. Couldn't move. I wanted to run, but I couldn't. The game just was like, look at the ball.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle.
Even if we got it, it was hard to tell if we were going to get it, because how fast the fucking guy is. Like, that's just an infield single, no matter what.
Make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
Behind 0-2 now.
Throwing some high heat, thought maybe change his eye level a little bit.
Textbook waist pitch right there, try and get the eye level up. Let's see if he comes back with another fastball elevated or drops a hammer off.
Well, I tried to slow it down a little.
Hamilton gets his lead at first, nobody out.
Oh, that would have brought the guy over if it, even if it was fair.
Swing and
Got
it's
him.
on the fastball, and that's the first out.
I like that we're throwing like just about 90 to 92. I'm okay with that, I guess. It's not as long as I don't increase the velocity on that fastball anymore.
As they start a new series.
Well, Matt, when we drove over to the ball today, we were expecting some offensive firepower, especially in this yard. It's a hitter's yard, but that could sometimes work against them. I'm interested to see what lineup stays within
Alright, well,
themselves.
that keeps him on first.
Executes and manufactures.
Forgot this was the facial hair we chose at the end, or I chose at the end. From the last time. I always change them up, but right now, since we're not really playing as frequently now, I haven't bothered with it. That looked like it was going to clock me in the fucking nose if you don't duck.
Well behind the play, that's an easy
And just,
stolen base.
ugh.
The 0-1 on its way. Hard hit at
Ooh,
third.
right at him. The hot corner over there.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. The pitcher, Big Dog Tony, steps up to the
All
plate.
right, I know I should be bunting, but you know I like to swing every once in a while.
Here comes the
But I'm gonna
first
bunt.
pitch. Now a bunt attempt here.
Oh, too hard.
There's one.
Didn't get me.
To complete the double play.
Fucking hair. May have dove just so I could see my helmet fall off.
In now, Eugenio Suarez.
Oh, we got two.
And he'll be one to watch out for in this one. Very good numbers in recent games. No
I
balls
fucking.
and 1 strike.
It's funny is I'm like a big dude. Everyone's like, oh, it's Bartolo Colon and all that shit with my guy. Even though he's not like that fat, he just has really broad shoulders that I was obsessed with when we first started.
Ranges to his
I mean, he is chubby, but I had a fielder that I was gonna record and play. Though I didn't like it because I made him a little too ridiculous looking. But he was a big dude, but more like muscled. But he ran like a fat dude, where he looked like an idiot when he ran. Like his animation just looked goofy, and I was like, well, I'm not. And I was gonna use him, like I said, but I just never did.
The 1-1 home. A little bouncer, but it gets foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out.
Ooh, the big curve.
And he makes the throw to first. Winker is retired.
Winker?
2 down now.
I'm winking at me. I don't like it. Wonder how many people almost want to call him Wanker.
Freeman in foul ground. And he brings it in on the warning track.
All right.
Now at the
Nice
plate,
beard.
Tucker Barnhart.
You know, their beards, because they're on actual players, look better than if they put a beard on me that looks big.
Oh, knuckleball in there, 0-1. One and one to Tucker Barnhart.
Yeah.
1-1. Here it comes.
Ooh, the sinker.
Swung on and
Surprised he didn't get anything on that. Ooh, he went reaching for that curve. I don't know what he's after. Ooh, got him. He didn't know what to do.
That'll be the first out of the inning. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Robert Stevenson. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Oh, man.
1-0.
Don't want to fall behind on the pitcher.
Last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
A ball and a strike now.
Throwing a couple heaters at him. Want to get strikes. Want to waste so many pitches around the freaking pitcher. But I've been hurt before, so I still want to be careful, even if he sucks.
Here's another 1-2. Pulled high in
It's like
the
home
air
run.
to left field. Pena moves over, 2 gone.
I'm all dirty. I hope my mom's got me some of that Tide or whatever the fuck people use. I don't know what people use to wash stuff. When I'm not looking at the products, I literally forget what the fuck anything is that people use. Is it bleach?
Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired.
Like, the dreads in video games always look like I've seen dreads in real life and they look cool to a lot, like on certain people if they can pull off the look. But in video games, because like the hair doesn't have a ton of physics sometimes, it looks like someone just left dried fucking Slim Jims on the back of their heads.
And it's 1-1.
Like my hair looks like if I guess it kind of moves, but it also looks like if how my hair felt when I had it washed and then I stepped out to go to my bus stop when I was in school in winter, and it just felt like icicles on my head because my hair was still like wet and frozen pretty much. Because I didn't dry it good enough as a kid. That's what it looks like. It looks like it's just cold. My hair's frozen over.
They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
The 1-1 home. Misses for
That one just fell off the board.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest
I always
thing
think when he says a
is to
big
be
stick in the
aggressive and
lineup,
throw strikes.
I feel like he's going to say a big stick in the mud. I know I probably said that before, but like when you've done like over 40, 50 videos of this, I start to repeat a lot. Also, that ball's gone. Well, I'll go cover first. Woohoo! Woohoo! Ball was gone. Crushed it. Remember that guy being a stick in the lineup?
It's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in the game.
Well, now I kind of lost my train of thought. Oh, I was going to say was, I know when I started this, I was streaming it. So lately, like the last couple videos, like I think I mentioned, I've been just recording these because it really don't fit right now into my streaming schedule. So, like, playing, because of all the other games we're doing and stuff. But all the time when I start these things, for a little while, at least a week or two, I stream them, and then we'll see where they go, and I might still stream them. I think I streamed this for at least a month or two before I eventually stop. Just because when newer games come out, I get completely sidetracked. Plus, when I'm just playing non-stop games, I like to have a break. I can't move anymore.
And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
You know, Dero, at times that knuckleball has a...
But with all the, when I play games for a couple hours and stuff, I always like to take breaks or just watch stuff, and I don't want to play. So that's why I haven't really been recording or playing this much, because it's like, alright, I just played like 10-something plus hours of video games. I just want to chill and watch something. And I dealt with personal life, and I didn't sleep very much.
Hey, you find yourself down 0-2, you've got to grind a little bit right here. I don't understand the game plan. Let's see if we can get this one back to even count.
The 1-2. And this will be fouled away. 1 run on 3 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far.
Man, that ball just got crushed. I'm not getting it on the inside like I want. Man, we were doing so good. Then we're not having a good, like, later inning games. And we've only thrown 40 pitches. Not even that late. I actually thought we were much later into the innings. I didn't realize we were only in the 4th.
That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
God, could you imagine rewind buttons in fucking baseball? Like, alright, I want to use my rewind. That would change a lot and piss off so many people, because it's like, I finally got my first career home run. Rewind.
High in the air down the right field line.
That ball's gone to the foul.
Here he comes again, 1-2. Hit on the ground to short. Defoe.
I'm just not getting, I'm getting too much of the plate with my pitches, so they're just crushing it.
Ready now for Cincinnati. Jesse Winker.
Oh, great, the Winker's back.
Time up. Shot weakly to the right. That's a foul ball.
Ooh, God, the slider was supposed to move. It didn't move, if you didn't realize.
A wind up and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a little tapper.
Telling me to throw a lot of sinkers lately. Must be the day of the sinker ball for this game, even though everything else isn't working. Right, there we go. Had to bounce back after giving up literally 3 runs.
Now to the plate, Bud Heskey. He flew out in his last at-bat. And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1. Heskey is a player referred to as clutch by teammates, coaches, and of course the media. He seems to find himself in pressure situations often, and it's hard to find many instances where those moments have gotten the best of him. It just
But have they?
Relishes the big spot.
Ooh.
Miss, 2-2 now.
Only an 89-mile-per-hour fastball, but couldn't catch up with it. He threw too much mustard. Oh, good running catch. Look, I got it.
Digging in to try it again, Tucker Barnhart.
I really appreciate if our team could just crush a home run.
Hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Yeah, I'd like a rewind.
Really rocky frame, but clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
Ooh, just wanted that. Getting too nitpicky here. Well, someone did say to let it rip. Meanwhile, that ball man they just showed. He's like, I took way too much crack today. Ooh, what a dive and the arm raise. Yeah.
There are 2 parts to every great catch. One, getting the right route to make the play.
Let's look at that again. He had some fucking air on that jump. At least from where I was standing, it looked like a lot of air. Jesus. I'll take it. I need some defense. Pitcher comes up. Hey, can you start sucking? I'll give you a 20, and not the way you're thinking. I just mean I want you to give up home runs so I can look good. Don't actually suck me, because then I'll go to jail for prostitution, because I'm trying to pay you to suck me. When I meant to suck at baseball. Not my balls, baseball. But just walks off the field like, this is just a terrible encounter.
Batting order turns over now and set to go Billy Hamilton. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. In there, and it's 0-1.
With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the...
He was thinking it, but he did it, but it wasn't good enough this time. Oh, look, it's me. Yay. I don't know. Well, at least we tied it, but I don't know why the fuck he'd keep me in.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a high pop-up.
Yell at him. Tell him you got it. Be a really poor sportsmanship thing. I do wish there were some little interviews with media and stuff like that. Like, I mean, it is annoying if it happened all the time, but it would be cool to do that and, like, improve upon, like, team chemistry and teammates and things like that. I don't know, just have little things to have it where your teammates actually fucking mean something. Maybe you get a little boost when your team chemistry is better, and or, like, people are playing with you. If you have, like, a specific teammate, so say you get traded, and then he eventually gets traded to your team, and then it's just like, hey, I know you're, you know, we're on stats kind of go up because it's like team chemistry went up or teammates improved. I don't know, just a random thing. And then, like, I don't know what the hell doing the media would do unless you, like, answer to be friendly with your teammates. Kind of like, oh, I couldn't do it without my team. Or you answered about your fans. Kind of like the 2K fucking shit does, but I don't know. If they were to implement it, I feel like MLB would make it to where if they did something like that, it would actually mean something on what you were trying to go for. Maybe more fans give you more pull on something, and better teammates or better chemistry with the team just give you better stats, but you don't really have a whole lot of pull with popularity, so you can't get traded as easily or something. I don't know. Wouldn't really make sense why, if the fans liked you, you would be easier to trade, though, because then you would think you would be staying because the fans love you in, say, Atlanta. And no, I didn't almost say Braves. Like, we're here in Braves. Like, you mean Atlanta? Braves. It's up there. Catch it! Catch it! Woo! I just like frolicking right now, alright? Oh, thank God. So if someone fucks it up, it won't be me. So, could have been better. Could have been worse. We had an alright 5 strikeouts, 5 hits, 3 runs. Probably could have done with us. I like how we had a strikeout just about every inning except that last one.